So I do apologize in advance that I forgot our camera when we were traveling. I had it fully plugged up, ready to go, and I ran out the door. Me and Derek drove up together, and I forgot it. So before you watch the video, I'm just letting you guys know some of the quality isn't quite up to par, and I'm sorry for that. But I'm gonna go ahead now and pan over to the tournament, and I'm gonna come back to where I am now and tell you guys about how it went. Alright guys, SPG Gamer. So we're here with the Journey Vlog. Unfortunately, I forgot my camera, so I'm going to have to film this Journey Vlog with my iPhone. So we're traveling to the, is it Battle of the Potomac? Fords of the Potomac. It's a tournament that the DCHL is hosting, and we decided to go ahead and try it out. We're going to invade the DCHL and try and maybe get a few games, a few wins, hopefully. I'm hoping I'll get at least one. So we're here. Unfortunately, I forgot my camera, so we're doing it the night of. We just got to the hotel, and Derek, the Harad player, Derek, he brought us Harad, and I brought my infamous. Well, it's not really infamous anymore, but my Rohan. The Rohan, the easy win kind of army. So you get an easy win if you verse it. So I hope you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna try and get. I know if my Nova Journey vlog was a little bit scattered, so I'm going to try and film more of this one. It's a little shorter event, so it might be a little bit easier to do. So go ahead and stay tuned, and we'll be back tomorrow with the boards, and maybe try to get a few player interviews or something. Alright guys, so we're finished with the first round. It was a draw. We played Domination against a very cool painted Gonzo army. That's it right there. So it's a draw. Basically, what ended up happening is I held this objective. This objective right here was contested. Sorry about that, guys. So this objective was contested. He held this one over there. I held that one. So it's a draw, 6-6. So Rohan was moving up against, and we'll be back with the next round. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, guys. So basically, the event we went to this weekend was the Fords of the Potomac. It was a little small DCHL run tournament with some of the really good players and really friendly players there. So I came up today with my Rohan force, or not today, this weekend, and I actually managed to place third. I couldn't believe it. It was a really big accomplishment, especially since I've been playing Rohan for so long, and it was fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pan over to my army and show you guys what I did with it and my logic in taking it, and because I like I said, I forgot my camera, so I couldn't film each play-by-play after game. I was able to film after round one. But I was holding my iPhone. I kept getting my fingers in the frame, so if it might be a little bit bad for you guys. So I do apologize for that, by the way. Hopefully it won't happen again. So I'm gonna go pan over to the army, and I'll beat you guys in a second. All right, guys. So here's the force I took to the tournament. It was 700 points. You can only have one allied warband, and there was 4 model minimum, the typical kind of rules. Here is the award that was won. I actually had a extra frame I had from when I used to wrestle in high school, and I had a frame from a tournament there, but I have another frame for that. So it was kind of just sitting there. So I figured I'd put it in and put it in with my my Rohan. So here's basically the army I took. So of course, as you guys can see, I took Gone, Berry Gone, and I took 9 Woes Warriors. These guys, you can see I had an unboxing for them, and these guys are awesome. They literally are. I would recommend anyone trying out different allies. A warband of these guys can go a long way. Not only do they have Elven Cloaks, which did help out a few times, but Gone's 3 Might did come in handy as well, especially when you're playing a cavalry force and depend on getting charges. Here is Erkenbrand. Of course, any Rohan force needs to have Erkenbrand in it. So basically what I did is I took 8 Westfold Red Shields with Erkenbrand, of course, on a horse. And I took 2 Sons of Errol. So My logic in this is I love the Sons of Errol. Of course, you got to have them, and then the 8 riders. They provide bow shot if I need them. They provide, of course, the tactic of charging in, trying to get a blowout, a burnout, and Eric Brand is just a great hero to have. He was kind of the third hero. He was the first on my list, though, as normal. And then I have Eomer. I gave Eomer a shield and a horse, and he's leading, again, 4 Westfold red shields and 2 Sons of Errol. Again, the Sons of Errol, they're awesome. I mean, I honestly wouldn't mind having a whole army of them. And then I had the 4 Westfold red shields again, because they were a really cool, versatile unit. And Eomer was my leader. I made Eomer my leader. Okay, and then the last warband I had Errol the Young. He's just a really great hero, having his horse that moves 12 inches, his rule legendary hero. Anytime he the first time he uses might in a turn, he rolls a d6 on a roll of a 4-up. He does not spend a point of might. That did come in handy quite a few times in the tournament. Okay, so he's leading a little bit different kind of a warband. So he's leading my Son of Errol, another one. He's leading a Rohan Outrider. Alright, so I had a Rohan Outrider. Now these guys he was upgraded on a horse, of course. Anyone unfamiliar with these models, their profile's awesome. They have a little bit better shoot value, they have a lower fight value and a little bit lower defense, but then they have a awesome rule where if I'm broken, then they can use a steadfast even if they're not in range. So they're really good at holding objectives, which is important because this scenario, or this tournament, 2 of the scenarios were objective based, and I wanted to make sure I had guys that wouldn't flee. Even though Eric Brand gives the plus bonus, I still want to make sure in case he dies or something bad happens that I have some models that won't run. I have another red shield, Westfold red shield, and then I had 2 Rohan Royal Guard. These guys are awesome. They've always been some of my favorite models in the line. And they're defense 6, bodyguard, the works, the fight 4. I upgraded them on horse. I didn't have enough points to get them throwing spears, unfortunately. But again, I had them in there in case something bad happened and I was broken, and if I had to charge a terrifying model, just to make sure I had the something that can automatically get in on there. Went ahead and went with a 2 of them, even though the horn does give the bonus. Okay, so oh, and by the way, they were bodyguarded on Errol. So I tried to make sure that I had these heroes kind of dispersed in what their performance was, so they wouldn't make one big juicy target. That's kind of what I was going for, having a kind of diverse cast of heroes that could, not get targeted. Not one big hero that has everything kind of So if I made Eomer the bodyguard, my general, and he'd be really tempting. But then you got Errol who has his might, and you got him with the horn side. 3 really hard guys to take down, and they all 3 had different functions. All right, guys, sorry. I basically had all 3 of them to kind of have different functions and act differently. So real quick, I'm going to go over the other 2 scenarios. So I drawed Domination, which was a really close game, and it was a really hard game. He had Saruman and he had Legolas. Saruman mounted in Legolas with a kind of Fountain Court Guard and Citadel Guard kind of horde. I think he had 2 warbands. He had Madril and Dameron Baragond. So he had 3 warbands, kind of ish. I don't know if he had 3 full. I don't remember. But basically, it was a really tough game. Saruman's Sorcerer's Blasted dismounted quite a few of my guys, which always hurts this army. But at the end, I did wound his leader, who was Madril, and I held 2 objectives, and I contested 1, and he held 2, and we were both broken. So we got a lot of points, both of us, but it was a really hard-fought game. So the second scenario was High Ground, and I was versing a really cool Harad army. He had a lot of really cool conversions, and I versed him in that, and it was a really, really fun game. Ultimately what happened is I was able to get onto the hill before him, and I basically used my Woses to hold the hill, while my Rohirrim rode out and made pretty much a huge kind of semicircle and charged his guys and kept him off the hill. And the game ended 3-2. He killed Ymir. He had a few of the half trolls, and they were able to get a hold of him and unfortunately take him down. But I had more models on the hill, the Woses basically. Basically, everyone, a lot of my guys were within 6 inches, but the fast movement and the hard hitting factors is what was able to kind of procure me the win. It was a really close game though. It was a really fun game. He was a really fun opponent with a really cool themed kind of Harad army. And then the last game I had was Lords of Battle. Now I was versing a Mordor army, and he had the Shadow Lord. He had about 2 warbands of Orc. He might have had 3. He had Shelob, and he had quite a few Morgul Knights. Basically what happened is there was a big hill in the middle of the table, and I deployed back a little bit, and he deployed, I want to say he deployed pretty much on the line. Basically, we played Ring Around the Rosie around the hill a few turns. Probably, I want to say 4 or 5 turns. I shot at him. I was able to kill 4 or 5 Orc. I was trying to get some numbers before we got into combat, just to kind of soften the blow in case I didn't get any charges off. So, first turn of combat, I went for a blowout. I got Erkenbrand and I got Eomer. He transfixed Eomer, which scared me. I had to use both will, and I rolled a 1-2. So he got transfixed. And the riders, though, absolutely ran over the orcs. It was really weird because I was like, okay, I'm a little bit outnumbered. He had 4 stacked on my 2. Unfortunately, he had some lower rolls. I had some really high rolls, and we were able to win the first turn. Basically, I think by turn 2 or 3 of combat, I had 12 some kills, which was really good. His shaman did prevent a few of the wounds. Basically, I won the game. I think the final tally was 31-11. I was able to get the break him and get the more kills. So it was a major victory. So I was able to get 3rd place with 2 wins, a minor win and a major win, and a really close draw. So that is the Rohan army, and that is the journey vlog. I do apologize, guys. I do hope next time I don't forget my camera. It was fully charged, ready to go. But I hope next time I can get more film. I do think I'm going to try and get some more Rohan onto the channel. I had a really fun time playing him this weekend. It was kind of fun playing him again. So I'll let you guys go, and please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Happy wargaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.